Alright guys, so today we're taking a look at the miner Marathon Digital. Purely miner, just this stock alone. I know other crypto miners are picking up today as well, but this one's standing out because there's a character change on this one alone compared to anything else for the last like 3-4 trading sessions, where this has been pretty much performing other miners. So if you take a look at the price action, yeah, market is open, still is trading. We still have one more hour, Friday, 26 bucks. So this is a very pivotal level. I was talking about 26.70-ish. So if we do get back above it, 30, and above 30, you guys, I mean, if you know breakouts, I mean, this is what it is. Anytime I'm watching a stock, I like to trade breakouts or breakdowns if I'm short. But right here, right now, getting interesting if it gets back above 30 bucks and holds that level until, I want to say, December 7th, 10th, because if we just compare it to last year's move where we had this stock pretty much did identical like price action, right? Went all the way as far as 19 bucks and pulled back straight to $8, I think. This was like 60%, 70% decline, and grinded way it's up, and then last like 10 trading sessions into the year end, it went like 100%, very fast, despite Bitcoin doing back then absolutely nothing. So you can see this is December. Of course, it did have a 10% move from the beginning of the December to like in 3 trading sessions. But for the rest of the December, look what it did. I'm talking about Bitcoin, okay? And it just sat there and did nothing. But right here, right now, well, we are officially, we can say that Bitcoin did hit 100K. Of course, it's not trading at that level. And of course, this will be very pivotal. So the bullish case would be Bitcoin doesn't flush out, because if this gets going fast, just like MicroStrategy did, and then just flushes to 90K, not a good look for these miners, but they can get detached from the Bitcoin as long as it doesn't move crazy up or down. I mean, up, I mean, we welcome up move, but not, I wouldn't want to see Bitcoin flush when this stock had done so much work to build up to these levels. So from there, if we do break 30, of course, sky is not clear. We have a little bit of a resistance at 34, a little bit of a resistance at 40, but can it go all the way to 55? So if we go back a little bit further, again, I have made a video about this one a while ago, saying that $85 is equal to 23, 24. So this market capitalization back from 3 years equal to this market capitalization, or maybe even more. And you have to watch that, okay? So I understand that market capitalization of Marathon Digital at $26 is 8.4 billion. So the only thing that can take this name to these highs is basically the breakout, the 30. So anybody who is short the stock at this level gets squeezed and takes the stock to 40, and then from there retail basically takes it to 50. So that's my speculation, but again, I don't have a position, I'm not trading it. If you take a look at the Marathon's outstanding shares, it's pretty large, okay? 313 million. Last year around that same time, volume was a lot lower. That's why it went up 100% very easily. So it moved 100% in December, maybe even more actually. but it is significantly more. It takes significant more volume, but volume is still there. And short float, according to Finviz, 22.5%. So 20% of 300 million is pretty much 60 million. So give or take, this stock has 70 million shorts out there, and that's excluding people who are selling the heck out of calls. But it can be, I mean, those shorts can exit in couple days. It's not a problem because this stock has been trading pretty liquid in high 100s of 100,000s of volume. But bear case, if it rejects this 30, it will come straight back down to 20 bucks. If it goes up, rejects that, and then doesn't hold, doesn't stay there, doesn't stall, then it can be perfect short to the downside too. But I'm not gonna be, we're not gonna be talking about that scenario unless we see it reject with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin rejects with it, let's say the stock goes all the way to 30 bucks, but BTC all of a sudden, I don't know, it tends to do, maybe after Black Friday, it would like to take a dump, then we might see these names to take a hit. But next week is very slow week, and I want this name basically to melt to these levels. Another probably 15% or so. Today, so far, 8%, 8.5%. Put to call ratio, 414,000 calls being traded, 778,000 puts being traded. If you take a look at the put to call ratio, I mean, puts are being sold, of course, because those puts being traded are very low delta, and calls all over the place. And I just want to quickly glance at what people could be betting on. There's a pretty big spread. Somebody sold probably 25, or they bought 25, sold 25 put. Cannot tell, or they could have just sold the 25 to buy the 25. Pretty big order. I don't know what has been done, what trade. November 29th, next week, 25 call. January next week, 34 call. Cannot tell if it's a buy or if it's a sell. And bunch of November 22nd, we don't care about that. It's about to expire in 1 hour. I'm not seeing I want to see at the same time people come in, place these sort of bets. January 2025, next year, 2 months left, $40 strike price. You can see somebody bought it twice. I hope they're still sitting, but it can be checked aftermarket next trading session to see how the open interest is being changed. One way I take a look at just this whole situation of a put to call ratio, I just come to this website where I take a look at Mara. I'll take a look at option chain, view all dates, and just filter out all the expiration dates and just take a look. Okay, so going into January 2025, look at the in the money calls, 179,000. Outside of the money, 185,000. And look at the puts. There's not that many puts in the money, only like 10% of that, maybe a little bit more, 19,000. And then 143,000 outside of the money, puts being traded. For this November, you can see it was pretty large. But next week is pretty short. That's why you see volume dip. And the next big one, expiration, is the December as well. You can see, for December, I want to see more people buy in the money puts. Calls, more calls. You can see December has 96,000 in the money calls versus only 2,000 in the money puts. 127,000 outside of the money calls and 79,000 outside of the money call puts. So maximum paying $18. you can see, but again, there's significantly more call volume definitely on either side, on January expiration and December expiration. So if we see the stock break 30, you gotta watch out. It can start melting up. But that's the update. I didn't look into SEC filings or anything like that, but we'll definitely talk about this one. But this 2670 pivotal level, we'll see what it does next week. Slow week, but that's the update for Marathon Digital.